Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Square Eye Syndrome, the best TV podcast ever made. I am Ben Gilman, and today is a Copland special, so allow me to introduce my co-hosts. First of all, a man that if he ever met Stephen Moffat in public, then must really give a hand job in the street. It's our very unflushable Tom Hill.
Fuck you, everyone.
Unflushable. I mean, I agree with the Stephen Moffat bit, but unflushable.
Jeez, that was monstrous.
Okay. I'm also the other guy that you heard, Dan Rudd. She's the guy. He's most probably got a videotape of your mum and my mum and everyone else's mum having sex with him in his cupboard locked away. It's Mr. Lothario Harlem, Dan Rudd.
Okay.
The cupboard of Daniel's love. That's just a horrible thought.
Why would I ever do something as crass as kiss and tell like that?
I warned you there was savage on camera. I messed that one up. No, and he's back finally from a plane from Lesbos. He was looking for lesbian charm fans, I think. It's Troy Simon. We do apologise.
Lesbian charm fans
in advance.
Hey, it was a good trip. I enjoyed myself. Good to be back.
Yeah, we've managed to. I did have a joke last week where we were doing dreams, and yours would have been men dressed as witches in tiny pants trying to be witches. A wet dream, charm WWE. But you weren't here because I don't know where you've been. So welcome back.
Thank you.
I forgot who you were. When someone said there was another guy joining us, I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Then I guess. Welcome back.
Thank you, guys. Charm one for life.
His name is Trent.
Have you got that off your chest now, Ben?
I've got another word. Start to C.
All right. Do you feel the catharsis?
No, I won't say the C word. Not even I will say the C word. So how are all you guys doing? Oh, energized beginning, man.
I'm quite amused at the fact that you seem to have spent your tank on our introduction.
Well, I feel like they had to be Copland related. And after last week's revelation, where you offered to start a harem, whatever they call it.
No, that was all your assumption, sir.
That's why. And then I thought Patrick in the closet and the sex tapes, and I thought, there we go. That's where
is this going?
You need to listen to last week's episode.
Jeez, I don't know. I can listen to that. Oh my god, what's going on?
That's because you don't give a shit.
Basically, we have some fans in America who may or may not be pose, considering their name. Brittany and Christina, who have both been very, very nice to me. And Brittany was the one who told me that if I was ever in New York, I would have a place to stay.
Okay, I see.
And that's why we're calling him Mr. Lothario.
Or if I'm not remembering that right, she said something which caused Ben to say that was the case.
No, all I said was
she said, "Pimp me out."
She said the words, "Dan, how are you so good at how your strumming skills?" And I thought, that is a sexual joke right there, and then we followed it from there.
Okay, yeah.
How are your strumming skills?
Harmless flirting.
See, Troy, you go away for 2 weeks, everything goes different.
Yeah, it gets more sexual. That's what I gathered from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you are our paragon of virtue, sir.
I know. I'm the good guy always, man. That's how I've been brought up. So hey, that's how it is.
Well, I'm going to be straight with you now. You missed a bit where I called you out as a virgin the other week because you were gone, so I thought, I'm having it. Fine.
What is going on? What is going on right now?
Yeah, this is what happens when you go away for 2 weeks. You should listen to Smug Mode as well. Most probably protect yourself.
I'm sorry, my good listeners, people that don't want to get their ears destroyed. Hey, I'm here. I'm back now. To save you. To save you.
For how long? Done.
I'm here to save you. Don't worry, I'm back. I've returned from the promised land.
I think we should call you the special guest, just in case you go missing again.
Nah, call me the savior. Call me the savior. I like that as well.
Oh, yeah? What are you, Seth
respite
Rollins?
worker.
Turning into fucking Seth Rollins now.
You're right there, Seth Rollins, right. Anyway,
What's the music?
today is... Oh, boy, it's all gone through us in the first 5 minutes.
Wednesday night.
Anyway,
Or-
Wednesday night. So, anyway, today we're gathered for Copland Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. I'm going to hand it over to Tom, because this is a week off for me. Go on, Tom.
Why are you handing over to me? I've already done this podcast.
Week off.
Well, you tell them what Coupling is if they haven't listened to
All right,
episodes.
no, fair enough. Okay, so
For them.
Coupling is a British TV comedy. It ran from May of 2000 to I think it was about June or July of 2004. So it had 4 seasons, did about once a year.
and
Pretty
then-
damn popular. It's written by Stephen Moffat, who, if people don't know, I'm sure they do if they've listened to this podcast, has also done Sherlock, a whole load of other things.
He's also
This-
the man that Tom has on his bedroom wall. They kissed that night. See, I told you I had Moffat jokes today.
Flipping egg.
When you start with the Moffat jokes, do tell me.
Oh,
Thank you.
boy.
Anyway, yeah. So Stephen Moffat, basically, the idea of the show is it's loosely based around his own love life to a degree and some of his friends. Yeah, so you've got 6 sort of main characters. You've got the main guy is Steve. He, by the end of the first episode, has started off into a relationship with, oh God, her name always jumps out of my head.
Susan.
Susan.
Went out Jane first and went with Susan. Yeah.
And then you've
Susan.
got, so Susan Walker, she's played by the brilliant Sarah Alexander. Steve Taylor is played by the equally brilliant Jack Davenport. You then got Jeff Murdoch, who's played by a guy called Richard Coyle. Jeff is, for me, the absolute flipping star of the first 3 seasons of Coupling. We will get to that. Love the man. You then got Sally Harper, who's played by a woman called Kate Izzet. She's sort of a hypochondriac who's obsessed with not aging. She is Susan's best friend. Jeff is Steve's best friend. You've then got Jane, who's played by Gina Bellman. She is Steve's ex and a psychopath. And then you've got Patrick Maitland, who's played by a guy called Ben Miles. He is Susan's ex and a sex pest.
Psychopath.
Well, he's kind of a psychopath, but he's basically, the running joke is that he's incredibly well hung and knows how to put it about, basically.
Yes.
So that's kind of your overview, and it's all about dating and people in their early to mid, their sort of mid to late 20s. It's drawn some comparisons to Friends, which I always thought was a little bit unfair. It's a bit more like Seinfeld, if you're going to try and compare it to an American show, I guess. But
Oh, Seinfeld. Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah. In terms of the humor, in terms of the setup of 6 people, I can see why the Friends comparison happens. But in terms of its comedy, I'd say it's close. If you're gonna tell an American something to compare it to, Seinfeld is probably your best
I have a question.
comparable humor.
Tom, I have a question.
Yes.
Because it's the Moffat show, when you're watching it, do you do a Matt Smith impression before you drop your trousers going Geronimo?
Strangely enough, no.
Jeez. What's going on? What's going on?
I've got a list of Moffat jokes and masturbation.
You-
for
you-
Tom.
you-
I
you-
feel sorry.
prepared.
I really do. I definitely. I feel sorry for Ben's wife.
These people have to return, guys.
He has
so
to
does she.
practice these on her, and she has to go, "Yes, honey, that's fine."
So does she.
Yes,
Bill.
Ben. Yes, Ben. Yes, Ben.
So please. Yeah.
Right. So, like I said, Ben and I, many moons ago now,
Oh
did
God, this
a
one last
Coupling
year.
special. But for whatever reason, this was the first occasion of the many of Troy not being with us, and it was before Dan joined us.
Here we go.
So I'm not saying any more than that, man. So it
Just
ended up-
know that we are always disappointed on you. That's why when you go missing, we silently look down on you.
Don't worry,
Well,
I'm still the
that's
charm
right,
one,
Ben,
always.
Next time he's not here, we're just going to kill him on air, and he will never know because he doesn't listen about
Yes. You don't understand. I'm the charm one. I can never die. Come on now. You know
me. Unfortunately, no, I'm joking.
Yeah, so basically, Ben and I did cover coupling long time ago, but seeing as, I mean, Dan, correct me if I'm wrong here, Dan, but I introduced you to coupling.
Yeah, that's entirely correct.
Yeah, so I know that Dan is a big fan of coupling. I'm aware that Troy is a big fan, so Ben and I are going to obviously still be involved, but we're going to sit back a little bit and let these guys talk about it. Ben and I are kind of going to be the moderators here and occasionally give our opinions, but
Well, it's a good thing Troy's here then, because otherwise Dan would just be going solo this week.
Yeah. So, I don't know what format you want to do this with the guys, whether you want to go talk about the seasons or an overview or character based. Go with whatever you think is the best way to do it, boys.
Oh,
I think we start with the cast and the characters.
Well, your character guy, yeah.
I'm good with that.
All right, let's kick it off.
So, Troy, over to you.
Go ahead. What did you say?
I said, Troy, over to you.
All right. Okay.
What's your impressions on the characters, Troy?
You know what? People say Friends. That comparison is obviously made a lot with this show because obviously it's around similar kind of time. Obviously,
and it's lazy. It's really lazy.
Yeah,
it's lazy. It's lazy, but at the time they are sitting on the couch most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes during the
That's
bar.
enough about the British media. Sorry.
With the bar, sitting down at the time, having conversations, the sexual conversations, and moving from time to time. They might go to a new location, but it's rare. Most of the time, they're sitting in the city, so that's where the Friends comparison comes in. I think that's
an issue with situation comedy everywhere. Is if you're going to have an audience, you've only got a certain number of places you can really go to.
Exactly. But it's just the soulful thing. That's basically where they get it from, to be honest. But obviously, like some other shows, they're sitting around like a group at table around the bar, but most of the time they're in cities. So that's why they're Friends. That is where it stops for me in terms of Friends. That's where it stops. Because these characters. The short seasons that they have, it's much more, to me, they seem more fleshed out to me in terms of characters than Friends, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do it far quicker than Friends.
I think they feel darker.
Yes.
Than the Friends characters.
Yeah, they're darker, but at the same time, they still have that humor to them. You know what I mean? Like a Friends. But at the same time, obviously the subject matter is a bit more adult rated. But at the same time, they kind of play that comedy role well. Because I'm at work, and at the same time, I'm actually call center at work, so I'm cracking up between certain calls now. I'm cracking up. I'm dying because these people make me. I'm like, because literally, when they told me about this show coupling, I was like, oh my days, let me go back and watch that. And I was just like, oh my days, it was so funny. Jeff, as I said before, let's talk about character work. Let's start off with Jeff. Let's get the best one out of the way. Let's get the man out of the way. The man.
Fair enough.
Yes, let's do that. So, what's your guys' opinions on Jeff? Just first off, what do you guys think about Jeff?
Do you want to take this down, or do you want one of us to take it?
I think when we're talking about Jeff, we're talking about every neuroses. That has to do with social interaction and sexual interaction with whoever the hell you're interested in.
I would find
in the personification here, he is very definitely straight man doing that. But I think it's a bit more ubiquitous than that. He goes so deep into the neuroses that it's easier to, number one, just be like, yeah, I've thought that, or something like it, and just laugh at it. But also, it's very easy for everyone to kind of go, oh my God, you're so honest and open about everything. It's like ridiculous. You have no filter, but I love you because you're so honest and open.
Do we think that Jeff is autistic? Because I get a giant whiff of autism coming up to this boy.
Can I just say, being socially awkward, being sexually awkward, there's lots. I know that we all have a lot of experience with autism here, but I think this is a case of it is social anxiety running riot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think he's necessarily autistic. I think he's
No.
probably
Okay.
neurotypical.
Jeff is the type of guy I would like to meet in a pub, laugh with, but leave him in the pub.
Yeah.
I'd never
You know the
let him
kind
be in
of-
my social circle.
You're the kind of person who has some kind of CPTSD, but then turns it into being a really funny fucker.
Yeah.
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 That's Jeff.
Yeah.
I think that's the be all and end all. He had a really fucking crap childhood, and in adulthood, he is just naturally. People kept liking him for being who he was, so he never stopped.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because that's how I was gonna go. Because I written down so many quotes from this guy. It's insane. I was like, this guy's amazing. Because I know him from another show as well. Sabrina, the Chilling Adventure of Sabrina. I know him from that as well. I know him from there because he's great. He's great in that show. Exactly. Yes, he's amazing in that. He's the star for me in that show. He's the star. So
he's a bloody good actor.
He's amazing.
I mean, did you ever see? Do you watch the show Cracker?
Cracker, yes. Oh, Cracker, yes.
You know they did. They did an episode where it was 10 years after the original series.
Oh damn!
And he played the chief of police.
Oh my days! I haven't seen that in a bit because I watched it a little bit.
It's got a weird name to it, but I can't remember what it is. But yeah, so he basically played the character that was played in the original series by Christopher Eccleston. So he's the guy that Cracker answers to. So he's the chief of police character in that. But yeah, he's an excellent actor. He's also in one of the shows I spoke about a while ago, Going Postal.
Oh,
he's the main character in that.
Going Postal. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, so he's a really versatile. Richard Coyle's a very versatile actor. I mean, I think I probably said this before, but actually, you know, the character of Jeff wasn't supposed to be Welsh.
Oh, was it?
And nobody else had played it Welsh. And Richard Coyle walked in, and for no reason at all, he hadn't even planned it, just started doing it in a Welsh accent. They went, "Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that works."
It works so well in the show.
And everyone assumes he's Welsh because it's the first thing that he was big in. Actually, he's not. He just did it for the hell of it because he thought it sounded funny.
Oh my god! Oh wow! Okay, you
I love that. I love that kind of thing.
Yeah, because I think my favorite 2 episodes of him in throughout the show is probably the man with 2 legs. That's one of my. I love that. I love that. He's got a wooden leg. Oh my! He's like, damn you legs, hitting his leg. He's like, damn you! I felt it. I told you right now. I felt it. I felt the pain. In that oh my days! I'm like, oh snap!
He's got the key to heaven, and he's got too many legs.
He's got the key. And it was like, that's where it was like, oh man, okay, what field do you work in? Okay, I got my leg. Dish snaps on the table. take the leg. And I was like, oh damn man, I feel for him, man. I was like, throughout this whole show, I felt for him. I was like, come on, Jeff. But
yeah, that's a good episode. I'll give you that.
I love that one, and then I got the other one. Hey, so it's kind of in the 2s right now. So one with the 2 breasts. Hey, that's another one right there. That's another great one right there. The Hebrew girl.
The one with the woman who doesn't speak English.
Yes, the Hebrew girl. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They've been gold. That episode is gold. I love it. Where his friend like literally so flat chested, and she's gonna think that's how she goes. This guy's in the airport screaming, he gets arrested. I was like, I was dying, bro. I was like, oh my. The thing is, he makes you such a likable character. He makes you feel sorry for like literally all the time. And like, damn it, Jeff, come on, say something, say it. But that's the kind of character he is. He's so easy to root for, and he's such a likable guy. He's weird in every sense of the word, but I flipping love it. I love it because certain times he does stuff, and I'm like, oh my days, that's me. That's so me. I'm thinking of a certain thing, and I'm like, I wouldn't say it out loud, but I'd literally think about that, what he's talking about. That's why it's so relatable. So yeah, Jeff for me, this is why
he is a brilliant character.
Yeah. So like in terms of that, he's my flipping MVP of the show.
The problem for me is that it kind of really ruined season 4.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, season 4 has some really good moments in it.
Yeah.
But every time you've got the character of Oliver, I'm always thinking, I bet you Richard Coyle could have done that better if Jeff had been saying it.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of sitting there imagining that he would have done it just as well, if not better, kind of thing. And it's just,
which is a shame because you enjoy him as a character anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not a knock on Richard Milan. at
No,
all. But
no.
I think it's a statement. When I named all of the main characters, I actually didn't include him, and I think that's completely unintentional. But I think that's a sad statement of where the show is. That it was a real they were trying to recreate the magic of the Jeff.
Yeah.
And I think, in all honesty, I'm guessing, although I don't know this, that Moffat had probably written a large part of the overarch of the script before Richard Coyle announced he wasn't coming back.
Yeah, I think that's what's the problem.
So he probably already had quite a lot of the ideas for the series already down, and it just required tweaking to bring a new character in, as long as you made them a bit off the wall.
Yeah.
Which I think is unfortunate. It's unfortunate for Richard Milan because he's always going to draw massive comparisons to Richard Coyle, and he's never going to win that fight.
No, there's no way he's winning that. There's no way. I'll go who you are. There's no way you're winning that. No. Hell no. And one more, I almost forgot one. Literally, there's one more episode. It was in it briefly. It wasn't in it that much, but it's just the whole concept of the episode, the Melty Man. I love that one. The Melty Man. He's
Is that the one with Captain Subtext?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would also love to add in one thing that's missing. Jeff's Spider-Man dance with Patrick. It's with Steve. And he knows I made the move. I invented these dance moves, and you're like, "Yep, of course you did, Jeff." And I do love the little off cameo. He didn't do it himself, but I remember to explain just the absence from season 4, the phone call, and Steve just said, "No, Jeff, there is no, Lesbos is not a country for a lesbian."
First of all, Jeff, it's pronounced Lesbos.
That's where the thing with Troy. I thought, you know what? There's the return. There's the joke that I need for this introduction.
Had to be done, man.
But there's too many things with Jeff because he's the guy who also puts forward the theories like the giggle loop.
Oh my days! Yes, no.
Can we leave this for a bit later?
Because... Yeah, okay. We'll leave it.
Okay.
And just to segue, I want to make a point about the male characters in this in general.
Go on.
Because where we have Jeff being played by Richard Coyle, being a guy who is very detail orientated, he is definitely lost in the details. If you think about all of them, they are kind of a trinity of male experience.
Okay.
The what's his name?
Which one?
Patrick or Steve?
Steve or Patrick, yeah.
Steve.
Okay, Steve. All right.
Is results orientated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he has a plan, he has a goal in mind, and everything that he worries about is all about that actual overall, like really, really big picture result. It's not just he has like a hole to goal and he's decided on his and that's it. He has this big romantic big picture thing and he's very results oriented. And then Richard is the hedonist. He is just after pleasure. He doesn't give
Patrick.
Patrick, you mean?
Sorry, Patrick.
Patrick, yeah.
Sorry.
I knew who you meant.
Yeah, we knew. Yeah.
It's been a long couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
But his character is very much the I'm just here for the enjoyment. I'm just here for the experience. I'm going to get lost in being in the moment. So where one is lost in the details, one is lost in the results, and one is lost in the moment. You kind of have to, if you're looking at it from what can I learn from this show, or what can I see in this show? Where is it making actual valid points? One is in the interplay between these three things, as if it was a single male brain doing so. Because we all have all of that. Whereas
if you're looking to coupling to give you guidance in life, you've got serious problems.
It's a good story, I mean.
I know.
Story-wise, yeah.
What?
The way ours came out is funny, isn't it? It's like that Mirror episode where he's got the two people behind him, like, or the three women and the three men. yes, this is what you need to do. You know what I mean? In the Melty Man. Into that.
You killed my erection. No, that's it. Right.
Oh god!
Oh, getting a Star Wars reference in is a top-notch thing to manage.
I was straight Vader.
Oh, the
Without
amount
the
of
helmet.
Doctor Who-ness in season 4. Oh dear God, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, that was a reference, isn't it? Like earlier seasons, isn't it? Was the Captain Subtext one? What was it? It was behind the settee because when he's talking to him about the fabric.
Daleks.
Yes, you got the Daleks. Oh man, so funny, man. Steve is a good guy, but Steve, you know what? Steve is the Ross of the show. I just realized this now. Steve is Ross.
But not as funny.
He's Ross. He's funny-ish at times, but not. I was obviously not as funny as Ross. Ross
Because
is
Steve
obviously
is
funny.
in this show, it gets to be a bit more drama.
Yeah, drama
It
film.
gets to be a bit
He's
darker.
not
and
as
that's
annoying
one of
as
the
Ross is.
selling points.
He's not as whiny. He's almost as whiny, but for some reason Ross has a higher pitched whiny voice than Steve, making Steve not so annoying, in my opinion.
And then we have Susan.
Who
Sarah
is
Alexander.
looks like a horse. Looks like a cross-dressing horse. Her face is weird.
Oh damn! Susan.
You are being harsh.
Wow, are you serious, Ben?
The opinions of Square Eye
It's
Syndrome
pretty
are not
gorgeous.
the opinions of Ben Gilman in any way,
Disclaimer.
shape,
Disclaimer. For Ben himself, disclaimer.
Too fucking right
Arsehole.
disclaimer on this one. Oh, fucking hell.
You're going to need a lot of disclaimers this episode.
She's
She is
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
She's done.
Especially for my
them
family
eyes.
members, apparently. They don't listen to this, I'm safe.
It's all about the eyes, man. Them eyes are flipping. Whew.
She is gorgeous, but also I really like her character because in a lot of these sitcoms, you don't have the properly, actually down-to-earth character.
Yeah.
And she is. She's properly down to earth. She really has a handle on things. She makes the best effort. She doesn't half-ass things.
Yeah.
She gets in panic. She gets in tizzes. She makes mistakes. But I really like that placement. I really like the fact that you have someone who's kind of an anchor.
Yeah, she is. She's kind of who they revolve around in a way. She's like the centerpiece for most of the.
He's the leader. He's their leader.
I mean, one of the things I like about all the female characters in coupling, but I think probably in season character, is the fact that it's kind of, they're unapologetic about wanting some of the same things that men kind of traditionally or wouldn't said to want, you know? She's as interested in sex as Steve is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they don't hide that. All of them are trying to get laid half the time. It's kind of one of their motivating factors of their story. And she's unapologetically the same as the male characters in that way. Which
Yeah,
I
she's
do
still-
like how they like Susan. She's written as a very intelligent woman. It's very good.
yes.
Stephen Moffat's always been good at writing female characters. Very, very, very intelligent. Never stupid. Always seems bewildered by the boys in this show. Have you noticed? I think the only person she's not bewildered by is her best friend. The other four, she just seems constantly bewildered by what they say. She's got a great what face all the time. It's brilliant.
She does. She does have a great what face. She's like, what are you like? Huh?
Yeah.
Got a great face. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She does. Very expressive. Yeah. Some eyes, man. but I say about Susan. Let's see Susan because she's probably so as I was to say, she's like the more animated version of Rachel, like from Friends. If you're gonna compare with anyone like that, she's a better character to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Susan's a way better, stronger character than Rachel.
I just love that tirade that she does at one point when well, you know what it's like at the start when they're all fiery-eyed and eager and they haven't seen you naked yet, and it's like he's sitting at your door with his he's promising to ravish you forever, so you brace yourself for man overload and throw open the doors, and what do you find standing there? An oversized toddler who wants his dinner, and before you can say there's been a horrible mistake, he's snoring on your sofa.
I just watched that one as well. Oh my gosh, she feels so bad.
It's wonderful
love
in the way that it takes, like, it reminds me of the Philadelphia Story. Has anyone seen this film? I think Tom has.
Yeah.
A while ago, I've seen it a long time.
an old black and white Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, James Stewart. And if you really want an example of fantastic dialogue script writing, then it's the movie to go and see. And this does really have so many shades of that level of wonderful dialogue.
It does.
Someone thought just long and hard about this, and they were supremely talented at what they were doing already.
You know what? Susan, as I say, as an actress, she's stellar. She's top tier because she can play vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? She could be strong. She can play both sides really well. Even when she has the little expressions on her face when Steve says something wrong, she kind of goes, she's really like, okay, well, she kind of does that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The way she acts, but she can kind of do that well. She can kind of like be that kind of like crossway. Then she could be very stern at times. She's like, hey, well, you do, and then walk off. She could be
She's
very...
also paranoid about Australians.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Oh, yeah, Australians.
I've had a brain fart. You know they're saying the UK Friends?
Yeah.
I've just realised there's two wacky ones, Jeff and the dark-haired woman.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's Phoebe and Joey. This is what I just realised.
I knew it.
No.
Go on.
Steve is Ross. Patrick is Chandler before, he gets bogged down with Monica. Susan is Monica because of the whole... No, sorry. Susan is Rachel, and the other one is obviously a bit more clean. So Monica, literally, they say that's why it's like Friends. It's a ripoff.
I completely disagree with two of those.
Me too.
I want to switch.
Me too.
Which one?
This is a bellend called Dan. Sorry about this, Dan. Dan Griffith, whoever that is.
Yeah, well, people are entitled to their opinions.
So, not seriously, Dan Griffith, not a bellend. I need to switch. So Joey is
Patrick.
Yeah, and Chandler is
Jeff.
I think it's more in the characters that he's doing that with.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
okay.
He is wrong.
Well, that is fine, but I can see why he would think that, though.
I can see why I think it. I can see why he's got a point, a little bit of a point there.
The problem is that it's lazy to just go, "Oh, this is the British version of Friends."
Yeah, it's lazy.
No, I agree 100% because really it's so different.
For one thing, like in Friends, you have a different set of neuroses being explored.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at a very different culture, because you're looking at very different peoples that populated that culture and what has permeated. That's one of the main differences in this, is that the comedy style in Friends is very American. The comedy style in Coupling is very British. The way that people explore difficult issues in the different sets of cultures in a group of friends is very different. And both ways have their own charm. And yeah, it's gonna actually be something entirely separate. But the comparisons will be drawn just because it's the ensemble cast. It's the same sort of, they meet up in the same place a lot.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so who do we kind of cover? So we covered Jeff.
Covered Jeff. Kind of covered
Susan.
Susan.
Yeah, Susan. A little bit of Steve.
I mean, I think we do need to at some point address the Angus Deaton, Mariella Frostrup situation.
Oh my gosh!
It's cameo all the time.
Oh, hey, her, and then he kept talking about Helen Mirren. That's why I was like, yo, Helen Mirren's got a fire, yo.
Helen Mirren, Britt Eklund.
Yes. Oh, the elders, I love it. The great ones. The great ones. Yes. Mariella one, that was a good one. The Mariella episode, that was good.
I just love Jeff's theory that the reason why David Beckham and Push Spice ended up together was they were the epicenter of a shag fest around the world at that point.
Oh yeah, the Tom. Do you remember? Well, I literally wrote it down. It was basically it was a line that Jeff said. He said, "A supermodel that's sleeping with a prat somewhere, and I don't know where she is." And Jeff says that on the thing. I can't remember because he was talking on the saying. I can't remember who he was talking about now. He said there was two people as a supermodel somewhere in the world sleeping with some prat. So basically, he's a way of getting in there. can't remember what episode it was. Literally, that episode was so good.
God,
Yeah.
I know what you mean, but I can't.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I was like, it's stuff like that that makes it relatable because you think to yourself like, oh, but how do people get certain people? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the kind of things that it comes out with. You like, oh my days, it's so true, right? That's true. Like, yeah, I'm like nodding my head the whole time, like, yeah, I get you, man, I get you. It's stuff like that. This what makes the show relatable. Stuff like coupling, man. This show is so relatable. But so who are we on still? It was on. Okay, so Jeff down, Susan kind of down, Steve. Should we get to Steve? let's finish off Steve. Let's get to Steve. Okay, pause. Steve. Let's get. That's how I win. Speeching off. I was like, wow.
No, I do love Steve.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve is a good character, man. Steve. He's as I said, he's
so easily embarrassed.
He's the embarrassed one, which is very really okay because people get embarrassed, you know, in life, you know, saying you're gonna go be some people.
Angel on one shoulder, devil on one.
Exactly. You can't think, oh, should I do something, and then something's hold you back. Yeah.
I know I'm going to be cliched here, but I just love his description of lesbian spank inferno.
Oh my gosh, Inferno! I written that down. I written that down, Tom. I literally written it down. Inferno, the episode, so good. Where
That's
just
so him
explaining
trying
it.
to describe it as a collective.
Yes. It's got a plot, guys. It's got a plot, isn't it? Yes. He just starts breaking it down stage by stage. Like there's two women at first. If they create a bad film, then they have to get spanked. And they were like quizzing him the whole time. He's around the table. It's like, yeah. So,
but why?
But why though? Like
solidarity.
Oh my gosh, that was one of the greatest moments of the show, man. I love that. I was like,
So I think the greatest moment of the show is this is not an American sitcom.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's another great one. That's another great moment right there. Oh my gosh. But the thing is,
that's a proper fuck you.
That was definitely like, middle finger up there, to the US audience right there. Yeah. But to go back to what Tom was talking about before with the Inferno episode, where he's just trying to hide the tape the whole time, he's trying to find. He's like, "Where's the tape? The tape!" Oh god! And then Susan finds it, and he's just like, "Oh." He's like, hello." He's just so awkward the entire episode. I was like, "Damn it!" I love it. I actually love it, man. It's true though. You don't leave something lying around. You're like, "Oh my days, just clean up the house." Well, that's it. That's how it started. Just clean up the house, Susan.
Yeah.
You got someone in your house cleaning up everywhere. You got magazines, you got tapes. And then you don't know where your stuff is as well. I get that as a person who's like, I keep stuff in certain places. Someone's touching your stuff, you're like, I want no one to moving it around, no one cleaning up in your area, space. So that kind of ties into it as well, especially for OCD and stuff like that. So yeah, I get stuff like that. There's little things that they put in there, certain situations where it was like a realistic thing, real life thing, and like certain, like as he said, neuroses. Dan was covering before. So yeah, so stuff like Steve. Oh gosh, Tom is reminding me as well. My god, that's funny. But yeah, Inferno. I literally wrote all this stuff down. It's insane. I've got so much stuff written down here.
In case no one's aware, like we are massive fans of this show.
Yes, I can literally go everywhere. I'm trying to keep the ship clear right now. I mean, literally Pirates of the Caribbean style. But yeah,
I kind of love the fact that when he's discovered that he's going to be a parent, he's dreaming about being decapitated by a fetus and things like that as well.
Oh yeah, that was good as well.
I never bite heads off live fetuses.
No.
Before after the pregnancy convention.
Referring to being someone being pregnant as the John Hurt moment when they're giving
John Hurt moment. Oh my god, the John Hurt moment. Oh yeah. But for me though, it's all about the lead up to those kind of moments, man. The lead ups, just the stuff like the wedding invitation, the stuff like that.
Oh god, yeah, the ticking time bomb.
Yeah, the ticking time bomb. It's like stuff like that. It kills me. He gets in there, just like drops on the table and he sits down his newspaper. He's just like expecting her to see it. She looks at it, glances at it, and goes, "What's this?" He's like, yeah, it's just Noah. Invitation." I love it. It's just that's the worst kind of thing as well. You know, it's like, oh, something big's gonna come up, but you're like, oh, she's gonna say something. I need to say something. That's the worst. I flipping love it, man. Stuff like that. So Steve is the man. He's a great character as well. He's another great character, Steve. But any more to say on Steve? Anyone else? Ben? Anyone stay on Steve? It's Ben at. Ben sleeping. Ben.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. What if you disappeared?
I warned you that I'd be quiet most of this podcast.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is we're talking about
Yeah.
what you want to say about Steve.
Yeah, he's all right. Steve
After that
Coogan.
glowing reference.
Yeah, go
Steve.
reference to there.
No, I mean the thing is, Steve's like the everyman. Really, he's the audience viewpoint.
Yeah.
There isn't a main character, so to speak, but he is like our viewpoint into the show. So he's like the one that we see first with Jeff, I think, if I'm correct. And
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah.
I do love Susan and Steve's relationship as he grows up during the 4 seasons. It's just like a nice gradual, evolution. Everyone evolves. Yeah, I love Steve. I do find Steve's got a very good what the hell face as well. A lot of these actors
Oh, he does.
He
does.
You know what I mean? But him and Susan are like the kings of it in terms of their reactions to everything. Yeah.
I think my favorite Steve moment, what the hell face is when Jane was just going mad when she had the sock puppet, the snake, Jane the snake. And he was just looking at it like, what the heck? He was just like, what the heck is wrong with me? Especially his face was gold in that moment. I was like, yo, that's amazing. But yeah.
You've already mentioned it, but that rant about why you don't need cushions.
Oh my days, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my, no.
Yes.
Tom, yes, Tom.
Dinner
You brought the
table.
moment up. There we go, Tom.
Dinner
Yes.
table.
If you hold them tight
wait.
enough to your bottom, you might shut up.
Is this the one at the dinner table? Is that the one at the dinner table where he goes on a rant, or is it not?
No. That's
No,
the
with
Inferno.
yeah.
It's in the store.
That's the thing about porn, isn't it? Oh, I love that one as well. Well, that is one of the great speeches. It gets
That is a great one, but what Tom was talking about before with the cushions, I was like, that's so true.
And the toilet seat as well. That one.
No, Ben. If you put a cushion down on the seat, hey Tom, do you sit on the cushion?
And what's the last thing you do before you sit down? You
Exactly. What do you do?
You move the cushion.
You move the cushion, right? You move the cushion. It's just straight facts. That's what everyone does. Everyone does it. No one uses it as a seat. No one does that. So I was clapping. I was like this. I was clapping. I was like, yes, so true. I was like, yes, you're right, Steve. You're right. I've literally, it went from my head. I was like, oh my days, that's so facts. People buy these special cushions for what? For what reason?
I think there's one in every season where he goes off on one of those rants, and it's just brilliant every time.
People loved it. That's my favorite rant. Probably that's my favorite one. The cushions, man. But it's just facts. He was speaking just true facts right there. That's it. That's all he was talking about there. Truth.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, no, that's Steve. That's my Steve.
So should we move on to Sally then?
Let's go, Sally. Let's do it.
That's the one I can't remember. Sally.
How can you not remember Sally? Sally's amazing.
Oh, Ginger Pubes. Yes, that's the one. I've completely. Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Sally's good looking. I like Sally. Sally's good looking. She's good looking. She's cute too.
Good character as well.
Yeah. So saying mannerisms are flipping insane. I love it.
If you want to see what she's there for, it's for 2 things. One is, yes, there is fun to be had in having a hypochondriac on a show like this.
Yeah.
Someone who's too into the risk assessment side of things. We all know people who are like it. If we are not it ourselves.
Yeah.
It's a good character to have. The other side of her character, and this is the from one end to the other, and then she has a lot of nuance, is the absolute fucking dominatrix bitch.
Wow, yes. Facts right there. Facts. Straight dominating.
This chick is probably the most perverted of the 3.
She is. She actually is.
In all honesty, initially it's kind of well hidden, and you just think, oh, she's just sharp and cynical.
Right.
No, eventually it becomes quite clear. She is just a fucking horn dog for anything and everything she can get her hands on.
She is. Especially
Right.
try to get Patrick, yeah.
How big? Okay, how tall are you?
A donkey? What?
A donkey.
But she was like a donkey.
A donkey.
Is that how big it is? All right. I was like, oh my days, she's awesome. I flipping love Sally, man. Sally's flipping epic. She got some good moments. I'm trying to remember her best moments because she's a good character, but she's always go ahead.
The one that jumps to my mind is when she's at the funeral and she says to that woman, "You must be getting quite nervous.
Oh yes.
When's the last time you're going to be here standing up?"
Tom, give me the memories right now, the flashbacks. Oh my gosh.
So actually, sorry,
Go on, Dan.
I just had a thought. Because we are 4 guys and there are probably female coupling fans out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said earlier about the guys kind of being a trifecta and kind of representing the male experience, I'm having difficulty kind of getting that thought in my head properly surrounding the female experience, and I think it might be because I'm missing that. So for the female fans out there who have watched coupling, who are fans of coupling, please do get in touch with us and let us know where you think the vicarious experience, the looking through their eyes and relating to them kind of thing is for the 3 female members of this cast, because that'd be really interesting. We'd really like to know, and we will read it out on air on some future episode.
Yeah, we'd love it. We'd love it, people. We'd love it. Yeah, but yeah, no, as talking to Sally, she's a great character.
Sally.
Sally.
What is this, the Spanish version?
You got to say that, man. You got to say Sally. You got to say it, Sally. She's the great support character. She's the ultimate support character. Sally is so good. Obviously, she's never really the centerpiece in most stuff most of the time, but she plays a great supportive role in terms of like
she's the cleric.
Yes, she's a great supporting character to Susan most of the time. She's the great right hand, if you know what I mean, of the show. But as you said, the hypochondriac. I stop where she goes, he's a Tory. Every 5 minutes she's shouting out a Tory. Every time she's talking about Patrick. But yeah, she's amazing, man. She's really good. I'm trying to spend other moments with her because she did have a good time when she pretended that a shower broke. So that kind of storyline So that kind of storyline kind of kicked off with her and Patrick. Oh god. And the bottom when Steve came in.
That's the same episode, yeah.
So yeah, exactly. So the same episode.
That's the one with Captain Subtext.
Yes, Captain Subtext.
Cushions.
The famed episode. Yes. My favorite episode right there, about the cushions. But yeah, because her and Steve are apparently best friends. But up to that point, it wasn't really stated that they were kind of like they were friends, but they kind of like insinuated that they were like almost like best friends at one point, weren't they?
Don't think so.
As at some point, that's what I literally got from it because they're like, yeah, we're friends, like really close.
No, I think she's saying you're dating my best friend.
No, because they were my best friends and that. But at the same time, they said they were close to them. But I was like, probably wasn't reading too much into it. But so yeah, so probably like the best friend thing. But I kind of got more out of it. But that point, I was like, oh wait, are they gonna do something? Is Sally gonna go there? Is she really gonna go there? And they kind of never really did. And I was like, I shut the towel. I was like, do you find me attractive?
I'm surprised they didn't actually. I was always waiting.
Yeah, I was literally shocked when they closed. She closed the door. I was like, that's it. She's done it. That was it. Never went.
What is that thing? I to you am like Australia.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, I thought you meant you've had a lot of convicts."
That was a great line. That's if you go deep in history, like you have the convicts.
On the nail.
I'm welcome in your Sydney or your Adelaide, yes, but I'm not welcome in your bush.
The bush. That's amazing. That was amazing, bro. Oh. It's stuff like that. That's what makes her a good character. Just people just play off her. They bounce off her. You know what I'm saying? That's what she kind of gives off. That's the kind of role she has in the show.
What annoys me at the moment is Copland
That's
is
the grand
not
plan
available.
to go to shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
What
was
annoys me. So what annoys me at the moment is that Copland's not available on any streaming service.
You can get it on Amazon, but you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
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 It's a shame. I hope it becomes available on somewhere.
It'll be on
Wait.
BritBox soon enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's got.
Yeah.
It has to at some point be on there. I checked the iPlayer, it wasn't there. Gone.
No, it was on Netflix for like a couple of months and then it came off.
Yeah.
Like so quick.
Yeah, so I find I've been used to watch it, but other than that, it's hardly anywhere to be honest. But
Where the content wars? I mean, if you just read now, what is it? Disney. Just very quickly off topic because it's the content wars now, isn't it?
yeah,
So Disney have just announced Star is happening at the end of February, and there's a lot of show. They're bringing all the Fox TV shows, all the adult stuff onto a side channel, to Disney Plus, which is great. But it does mean that a lot of the stuff that like Netflix have, Glee and everything, will all be ripped out of there and put onto Disney. Under that umbrella, Buffy will be taken off Channel 4 to go over there. So you're beginning to see now an arms race going on. So Copland, I would say, like Tom said, BritBox is surely where it's going to go.
yeah, there is an arms race because you can always tell as well. You watch a season here, it's not on there. Amazon for a season, Netflix for another season, Hulu another season. It's everywhere. Shows all scattered around the place. Yeah, so which is annoying, but yeah, that's how it is now.
But it's how it is.
Yes, yeah, you can't help it. It's how it is. Simple as that. But
Well done, Disney though.
yeah, Disney's got their own stuff. Got a massive library.
You can still stick Lost up your ass, but there's some of the shows like Alias. Yeah, anyway, we're going back onto Copland. So
yes. You went to another left turn right there, but yeah, let's bring it back. So anyone else got anything to say about Sally?
Just a great character.
Oh, can I just say, Sally and Patrick's a very good. Another
great dynamic. Yeah,
I do love the bit where Steve accidentally sees her come out the shower, and it's a case of, well, I've shown you yours, you show me mine. That's quite funny. That's very funny.
Yeah, I was half expecting to. I would have been like, yeah, strip down real quick. I'm like, I was thinking about myself in that moment. I was like, oh, my days quick.
Enough for what you've done on your 2-week holiday, please.
I was waiting for someone to say anything, and Ben went in there quick. I was like, oh my days.
I don't know how you managed to get a flight in these COVID times, man. I'm impressed.
I know, it's crazy.
Holding a favour from Mariella Frostrup.
Yeah, I had to give her a quick call, to help me out a bit, but yeah. Oh, God, see, hey. The whole Mariella Frostrup stuff.
What about guest characters? Have we done? Oh no, we're missing someone.
Oh yeah, because you haven't finished off Jane yet. We've got Jane left.
There we go.
We still got Jane and Patrick to talk.
Yeah, I'm Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where we going next, guys? Where do you want to go next?
Go with Jane.
Oh yes, I was thinking about that as well. Jane. Ooh, Jane. Jane.
My least favorite character.
Oh, your least?
Don't get me wrong. This is in a group of characters who I like a lot.
Yeah.
She's the character that I'm least bothered by.
You know what?
How did I know you were going to say that?
Yeah.
She's the least kind of real, if that makes sense.
I'm sorry to bring this back to Friends, but Phoebe.
Yeah.
You know what? She's Phoebe. Yes, she's Phoebe.
Yeah, she is the Phoebe character, and as I quite clearly stated,
for me, she's Phoebe. For me, she's Phoebe.
Friends character.
Yeah,
Tom's
got that Phoebe.
Even she's just under. I don't know who the guy is in season 4 that replaces the Welsh one. My mind's not working. Yeah. Thank you. But he's above her even, and he's more relatable. He's more realistic than Jane is. Jane just seems like a weird, like Phoebe. Like Dan says, ridiculous after a point. It's just all this made up shit. Yeah.
But this is once again. This is not knocking Gina Bellman.
I'm sorry, but I know a lot of Phoebes. I know a lot of Janes. It's not.
Yes, that's why you don't have a happy love life, Daniel.
And that's why they're locked in your 6 video.
Oh wow! Oh. Tom, you went deep.
My friends.
Tom, you went deep. Oh.
Sorry, I do apologise, Daniel, but it's true.
Damn. Ooh.
It's said with all the love in the world to you, Dan. You know it is. But
that's okay, Tom. Tom, it's okay. He's got a 6 video dungeon.
Hey,
he's okay.
Personally attacked live on podcast.
Swiftly moving on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but Jane, she's flipping unrealistic as heck right now. My favorite, probably most human, I'd say, most Jane moment is when she meets that guy at the bar. Harry, what's his name? Because he had these two friends with him, the bigger guys. Harry and what's the other one? What's his name? Harry. I don't remember the other guy's name, but where she's kind of humanized herself. She doesn't really go. She goes over the top, obviously, because she's telling the story, and she attacks the guy, and then she pushes him against the wall and starts flipping slug at him. When she goes to his house with nothing on, the third option.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. But I was like, I felt so sorry for him. I was like, oh man, he's got a group of people at the house. I mean, come on, man, come on.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the character, and Gina Bellman is an amazing actress.
She's amazing.
I'm not knocking her at all.
Yeah.
She does amazing things with the character. She's just the least realistic to me.
Yeah,
that's my issue.
Yeah,
but I still really enjoy what she does. She's
flipping mental. I flipping love it. I actually love it. I love her.
I mean, I love the idea of her being a traffic reporter and telling everyone.
She made people just crash in the street, like dying.
See, stuff like that, I think that's brilliant. That's genius.
And she still kept her job at the end of the episode as well. The guy got fired.
Yeah.
That was a great moment, right? That's one of that shining moments right there. It just kept her job. That was funny. It's like, you know, I'm staring at my breasts, looking at my skirt. He's like, no, yeah, very average breasts, but they'll keep me. I've been here for 77 years. Man gets fired. But see, yeah. So she's a good character. She's very good character. Obviously,
she is a good character. She's just my least favorite.
But yeah, because you're like Phoebe characters. I love Phoebe characters personally. I love Phoebe type characters.
Yeah. But, no, that's fair, and that's fair play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But obviously, I'm with you on that. The unrelatable stuff is just flipping mental. I'm like, sometimes it can be overbearing at times. Certain episodes,
yeah.
I'm like, really? Gonna go that far? But I'm like, certain times, but. She's really good when she's turned up to 11. When the calls for it, the episode calls for it. It's really good.
The one thing she does that I absolutely love, is when she's pretending to be a vegetarian.
Oh yeah.
And then she decides to go and cut herself some lamb and starts going.
Yeah.
She cuts
Yeah. There's all them sitting around the table and she just starts going cutting them. I was like, what are you doing? Because that's the time when she was with a psychiatrist, wasn't it? The ex-psychiatrist. Yeah. when Patrick has that weird haircut, the gay haircut. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, that was with episode 2 as well.
It's just filled with gold.
Yeah.
Whole show. So yeah, carrying on to Patrick.
Yeah. Great character, love him.
Patrick's the films. Yeah, go on, Dan. Go on, Patrick. Go on. Get stuck in.
So good that Dan decided to model his love life on it.
Oh, jeez.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ben, you know nothing about my love life.
And I don't think I want to, but
you know absolutely nothing about my love life.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I would like to apologise to you, Daniel, for ever bringing your love life into these conversations.
Disclaimer, guy. Disclaimer.
I'm sorry, it's inevitable. I'm just such a charming guy.
No, you are a charming guy. You are a charming guy. We give you that.
And not even slightly deluded.
No,
not at all. I'm a very stable genius.
Are they the most dangerous kind?
I love how Dan just literally goes calm and then he just starts cracking up. I love it, man. That kills me.
Hold on, the unstable genius is the most dangerous.
Yeah, they kind of are. They are the most dangerous.
Yeah. We should all
very
be
good at looking after horses.
Okay. Okay, so Patrick.
Maybe not entire countries, but definitely horses.
Let's go and get to Patrick.
Let's get stuck in. Go on, Dan. You talk about Patrick. Go on, Dan.
But, all right, he's the alpha male, isn't he?
The alpha.
He really is. He's the uncaring and, well, not so much uncaring, but careless, oblivious alpha male.
Basically, I'm a Ferrari, you're a garage, let me park you in your garage type guy.
And
Big dick Willie.
It's not just about his attitude to sex either. It's about his attitude in everything.
It's in general.
He's shallow. He is incredibly shallow, and as he moves along in his character development, you start realizing why he is so incredibly shallow.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not going to ruin it for anyone, but he's a very interesting character who starts off being a bit of a bully, that people are trying to help and trying to get on with and trying to help be a better person, who then becomes a lot more nuanced and developed even through little things. I think his character development arc is the most subtle and best, I'd say.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. The thing is, I wouldn't go so far as calling him a bully though. I'll say he's more of like a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? He's that guy who's just sarcastic beyond belief. That's the kind
I would go one step further. I think he's a man-child. Like every opportunity, his arc is about responsibility. He fights it every step of the way for the longest time. He doesn't want to progress in a relationship or as a person. He's like a big old man-child, I would say.
He's a big baby, yeah, really. But,
yeah.
Tom, remind you of anyone. You know who I'm talking about, right?
No.
No, not you guys, but Tom will know who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh my days.
I'm saying nothing.
Tom just like, I'm saying quiet right now. I'm saying quiet.
You know, Tom, you've got nothing to lose. If it's not me or Troy, so you can just shoot.
Yeah, no,
It's
Yeah,
fine.
you, yeah, you're good.
No. I'm not going to do anyone like that. I'm sorry to the audience. There's no explanation here. We're not revealing anybody's names or anything like that. Me and Tom knew a Patrick at one point when we were both studying at uni.
Yes.
We knew a very Patrick, a completely incapable of putting himself in the situation where he has to think past one night stands.
Yeah.
And it was horrible to watch.
Oh, wow.
And incredibly funny.
It's true.
Because he couldn't hide it. And all his success dried up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, that's true as well, yeah.
Damn, so happens, man. So happens you become a Patrick, man. So happens. So happens, yeah. Sitting around one area, whew, getting you in trouble.
So back to Patrick.
But yeah, back to Patrick. But yeah, as you see, like 2, 3, like those kind of seasons, you kind of see, obviously you kind of see different parts of his job. And he's very competitive with a guy called Ivan.
Oh god,
was it Ivan? Ivan or Ivan? That's what you call him. Him and his wife. That episode was hilarious. But it's his foreign wife. It's like, I had to make sacrifices. All sacrifices. So yeah, literally, he's always trying to get one up. He might be going, yeah, I'm going in 100%. Patrick will go 115. Ivan will be like, no, 120. just stuff like that. It's very competitive. That's another thing about Patrick you never really saw until that episode. He's very competitive. Obviously he's a competitive guy. You just kind of get a glance of that, little bits here and there. I'm the biggest guy. I'm the most hung. Blah blah blah. But in terms of like his professional life, he wants to be there, the alpha there too. So that's kind of
that's him meeting a character who's identical to him.
Exactly. But yeah, exactly. Because at the same time, he's got his friends who are like literally to him, they're underneath him.
Yeah.
In terms of like every aspect. In terms of like all you think every aspect, but in terms of that as well, you think okay, he's got someone who's like him. You probably think he'd get on, but technically he doesn't really get on with him. Obviously, because they're like he's alpha like him. Alpha's alpha don't like another. Any alpha doesn't like another alpha really sometimes. So that's the kind of aspect of it. Yeah, as you know, in any job you go into. But yes, that's a good character. I like the little evolution of his character in that kind of way. Even when he sees the blonde, he's like, I need the blonde. Sally, sit down. He sees his palms in the face. Say, get down.
There's loads of good little Patrick moments, but I still think my absolute favourite is actually in season 4.
Oh yes.
When they show up at the antenatal class.
Yeah, I know you're going.
And every single woman in there goes, Patrick. Blimey, this is where you all end up.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, Tom. The scene where he says it's his mum. It's the woman's mum. But it's really the daughter.
Oh god, yeah.
It's like she doesn't remember me. And she comes up to him and goes, yeah, of course I remember you, Patrick. It's like, oh yes, I'm sorry about that. Tell your daughter hi for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious. Oh, because I am the daughter, and then that was it. I was like, trying to crap me up.
I think the thing that summed up Patrick like perfectly in the first, I think it's the first season, when he's talking about how he was dating twins, and they were taking him in shifts. And he was like, I always wondered what happened when she changed her name, when she got dressed, when she slept, when she changed her name. And Jeff goes, oh yeah, but you know, identical twins can have a real psychic connection. I go, yeah, identical would have been worse.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I was thinking to myself, wait, what did you say? I was like, what the heck? This guy doesn't even care.
Oh no, great character. And you're right, he has probably the biggest character development.
Yeah, for me, he does. Yeah.
But I mean, do we talk about Oliver or not? As a character?
I don't know, it's up to you guys. What do you want to do? Want to talk about him?
I mean, he's more invisible than Troy being on a podcast at this
Oh, come on! You hear this guy? The disrespect. You know
savage beat down left, right, and
You know what I'm saying?
centre.
The disrespect to
Ben,
this is the greatest guy. Come on.
I thought you said you were taking it back. See?
I did, mostly.
Sounds like you're taking a jugular vein.
I came to be a dick this week. That's my job. Right.
See what they do to the ratings king, man. You know, see the demo god. You know what I'm saying?
Our ratings have gone up without you on the show.
The demo god, man. See what happens to the demo god. That's what happens, man.
Please.
Savage. This is the other thing coupling does to you, by the way. It just turns you fucking savage.
Elliot. So do you not find that the Doctor Who references are a bit much, though? It's a bit too hard.
No, not really.
No, the guy runs a science fiction shop.
Exactly.
I know, but I was embarrassed when I saw this, man. It's Stephen Moffat trying too hard.
I didn't think that way. I didn't feel that way at all when I watched it.
You see, the way I think about it, right? Stephen Moffat was a massive Doctor Who fan himself before he ever got involved in it, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Massive.
That's like canon. So the way I look at the characters in coupling is they are all aspects of Stephen Moffat's psyche in some kind of way.
Yeah.
There's levels to it. There's the things I don't know how to evaluate or anything, but they're all different aspects to it. And when he had to get rid of the Jeff aspect, he had to change what was being offered. He had to keep the coherence of the group, which he managed to do with the new character, but he had to change what was being offered. So he couldn't just give you the same recipe and just change the name and change the person, and then they're just doing Jeff. Because it's Mike. Jeff too. So I think he switches up and becomes a lot more of a nerdy, geeky fanboy rather than basically a sex pest. Like basically he's so into the idea of being able to be with women who will have sex with him and be gorgeous and have sex with him and how do I manage to do this? That's the Jeff kind of angle. So that's the optimistic version. I think when he's gone, then bringing out the sort of pessimistic, putting all your passions into other things kind of angle is what was taken with the character.
Yeah, true. Stephen Moffat.
Dun, 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 dun.
What song was
Okay.
that?
That was the theme tune. We should have asked Dan to do his little guitar thing. The girls in New York love that.
They love Dan.
God damn it, we missed out a party trick there, Dan. We'll have to do it next time.
Heaven help me from my past colleagues.
I'm your pimp, Daddy. I'll get
Ben's
you
just
some
pimping out Dan right now. What is going on?
Your dreams.
Right. So to round up, what do we think of Copland?
Go on, one by one.
I don't want to round up yet, actually.
Who you got? Who you got?
I've got a quiz for you.
Go on.
All right.
The
Okay.
rules of the quiz are: if you have the answer, shout the answer. If you're right, you get a point. If you're wrong, you lose a point.
Okay.
You are not allowed to say anything until I say the word answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh damn! I hate papers.
You ready?
He came prepared.
Yeah.
According to Jeff, many men fall into this during foreplay. Answer.
The sock gap.
So, damn it!
Okay.
Damn
One
it.
point to Tom. If you die unexpectedly, this person goes to your house and removes all the dirty magazines before your parents can find them. Answer.
Porn buddy.
Fuck off. Damn
2 points to Tom.
it. No! Already.
I can sense a
Or
theme.
Jeff calls a boyfriend or girlfriend who you just cannot get rid of. Answer.
Unflushable.
Unflushable, yeah.
Yes.
1 point to Ben.
Ben got it.
I got my 1
When you
point.
see an attractive woman, you have a 5-minute period in which it is safe to talk to a woman. Jeff calls this a answer.
Oh,
Wait.
Christ, my mind's gone blank.
Wait, read again, read again.
When you see an attractive woman, you have a 5-minute period in which it is safe to talk to a woman. Jeff calls this a answer.
No.
I've lost it. It's gone. It's gone.
Well. Number 5. When a woman is wearing a skirt, according to Jeff, there is always this in the room.
Visual access angle.
Just was like, damn
3 points to Tom.
it! The 3 letters. Oh.
This is what happens when two people go to kiss each other. Answer.
Buffer
The neck
zone.
avoiding
zone.
movement.
Nose avoidance tilting.
Nose avoidance. Damn it.
4 points
Damn
to
it,
Tom.
Tom, damn it,
0
Tom.
points to Ben.
Damn it, Tom.
Minus 1 point to Troy.
Damn it, Tom. Damn you. Damn it.
Number 7. This is the tailing off period after you have just dumped your girlfriend.
Oh,
Flip.
Answer. Sorry.
the zone.
No.
The something zone.
Flip. The red zone.
Tom, I'm afraid I'm going to have to take that answer and deduct you a point because it's incomplete.
Oh, piss off.
Yes, we need deductions. Deductions is what we need right now.
Still
Yes.
leading by 3 points.
Damn it, we need deductions. We need more deductions. Come on.
On.
Anyone got the answer?
I still can't.
No.
I don't know. I'm blank.
Number 8. Jeff is always afraid of saying this in front of people.
I love you.
Answer. Minus 1 point to Ben.
Oh, cool.
I want
I
to
know-
say hippo, but
I know what it is. Man. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. Tom,
I want to say hippo.
hey, commit, Tom. Commit.
F off.
Commit. Go, Tom. Commit. I need the points. Commit.
I'm not committing.
Number 9. This is the worst thing that can happen to you during a moment of silence. Answer.
Giggle.
Giggle loop.
Got it.
We're currently on 3 points for Tom, minus 1 point for Ben, and 0 points for Troy.
Yes, I'm back on the board. I'm back at the minus. Let's go.
And the final question. What is Jeff's first rule of playing it cool? Answer.
Damn. Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, damn it. I know this answer. Just first rule of playing it cool. Freak. This is killing me right now. I literally just. Oh, this is no deck at me. This is gonna kill me.
5, 4,
No.
3, 1.
Oh.
Okay.
What was it? Oh.
The answers you did not get. When you see an attractive woman, you have a 5-minute period in which it is safe to talk to a woman. Jeff calls this a nudity buffer.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the one that Tom was saying the other answer. Yeah.
The tailing off period after you've just dumped your girlfriend is the boyfriend zone, so you almost had it.
Oh, close.
Bastard.
Jeff is always afraid of saying accidental word in front of other people, such as nipple.
That was
Oh,
so
gotcha,
easy.
of
I'll
course
never
it is,
forget
yeah.
that. How?
And Jeff's first rule of playing it cool is only smile at her face.
Oh my god! Guys always talk about their face. Oh, I should have got that. That's flipping damn it.
Oh dear, oh dear.
That was a good quiz. I like that quiz. That was a good quiz.
Playing. I really wanted to do that. I'd also like to thank Molly Grew, who made this quiz on Fun Trivia.
Thank you, Molly. Thank you.
So, yeah, she probably never hear that, but thank you, Molly.
Oh, either way. I give her props.
I just wanted to, before we sort of sign off on all of this, I just wanted to say, and I probably put this in the first time we did the coupling podcast, but a few years ago, Stephen Moffat was asked what happened to all the characters, and so he gave a roundup of what actually happened after the show finished to all of them. Oh. I just find it quite interesting. So Sally and Patrick are married, and he now refuses to believe that he ever did anything other than be a model citizen at any point. He doesn't like remembering things because it's a bit like thinking.
Oh my god.
Jane and Oliver never actually did have sex, but they became very good friends.
Okay.
Steve and Susan have 2 children and recently completed work on a sitcom about their early lives together.
I wonder where they got that idea from.
And Jeff is still abroad. He lives life at complete peace and serenity now, having taken the precaution of not learning a word of the local language and therefore protecting himself from the consequences of his own special brand of communication. If any English speakers turn up, he pretends only to speak Hebrew.
Oh, yes.
Unaware that there is a woman he once met in a bar heading straight towards his house, being told there's someone who speaks her language on the island.
Sarade. Oh gosh, that's amazing. I love that. That's nice. I love it.
So yeah, that's what happened to all the characters. Like I said, I probably brought this up on the original podcast, but I thought I thought that Troy and Dan might like it.
Yeah, I liked it. That's good.
And now we can shut the door on coupling.
Oh yes, I like that quiz, Dan. That came in second. Woohoo!
Yeah, with 0 points.
Yeah, 0 points. Let's go. I love it. Got that 1 point back in. Yeah.
Right. You guys remember that? Thank you, Dan, for that quiz. So you remember last week we had Brittany and Christina from New York, if that's their real names.
Friends.
They sent us a shitload of questions, and we only got through some of them. So I thought we'd just finish up with a couple more because I already checked with Tom. There's no additional emails anywhere, so I'm just going to grab one. What kind of secret society would you like to start?
We had that one, didn't we?
Yeah, we had that.
Did we? I have completely forgotten.
Yeah,
I would like to take my answer to them.
I'd be happy with just a little fan club.
Burning all
Like
the bloody fan. Like the stake with my starting point. Unfortunately, Troy, you'd have to go with them. Yeah. Where is the strangest place you've urinated with the cafeteria? We've done that one. Yeah, we're not. We decided we're not answering that one. Yes. Okay. What's the most imaginative insult you can come up with?
Oh, imaginative.
Toilet liquor. Right now, I've had no prep on that.
I think my favourite one is
a purveyor of more aberrant opinions than Ben Gilman.
Toilet kisser. Toilet kisser. Why am I thinking about the toilet so much?
See, I think my favourite one has always been go forth and multiply. In other words, go fuck yourself.
Yes, or overgrown condom failure.
I like the word twazit. I like just calling people twazit. Like nothing else. Not the most imaginative, but it sounds wonderful.
I know, I've always been a fan of just calling people a goon. I don't know why. I've always been a fan of that.
Do you remember?
A goon.
Troy, do you remember I came out with the word thundercunt and we never found out why I called that person a thundercunt? And we never
I remember that. I actually remember that,
Yeah, that's a good one. Which body part do you wish you could detach and why? Oh dear.
Oh, detach.
Oh.
Can I put it back on again?
Yeah.
I don't know. It does not say.
Let's assume you can. Let's assume it's like detachable, reattachable. It's not just a one and done because we can already do that.
Detachable. Let's see, power detachable. Ooh. That's a hot question.
Oh, my left eye, because it's blind, so I'd love to get a new left eye, actually. That would be quite helpful. Yeah, you have a serious answer. Oh my god, what have you done, ladies?
I wouldn't mind being able to detach my ears so I didn't have to listen to people talking to me.
Oh god. Oh, no stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. I think just for the comedy value, detach my head.
I'm thinking of head, but I was like, yeah, I think it's similar to that as well.
Headless Horseman.
I can make like visual memes on TikTok of my head spinning.
Exorcist, like yeah.
No, like set it down on one rim of the neck and then just spin it like a top.
Here is once again the proof that Dan is our unashamedly media whore, because the first thing he thinks of is how do I get more likes on TikTok?
I don't actually have a TikTok.
The TikTok king, Dan, yeah.
I'm just thinking about what would be funny.
Oh,
god. Let's just say, ooh, that's okay. Got it. I detach
your penis because you've never used it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna leave it now. I do apologize. Keep going.
Touch
Sorry.
my tongue for reasons that I can't share on this podcast.
Hey, no, a serious answer.
Where has your tongue been? Is what I want to know.
Let's just leave it there. Let's just leave it there. Next question.
Troy, honestly, was my second answer. I left it off literally.
Exactly. You had head. I was going to say tongue. Yeah.
But there we go. Yeah.
That's my answer.
Good point. Okay. What used to be considered trashy but is now very classy? My sister. Okay.
Oh my gosh, man. Savage.
Happy birthday to my sister from yesterday. I'm such an asshole today. All right, next. Anyone want to drop in?
What used to be trashy and is now considered classy?
Ooh. Ben, you monster. You monster.
I'm sure I'll get a strongly worded text message.
I don't think anything. I think everything's getting more trashy rather than anything getting classier.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't really pinpoint anything that's going to be trashy that's now classy. I'm trying. Yeah, I can't really think right now about that, to be honest. I'll say, yeah, mostly just the world right now.
Oh, Roman Reigns' heel turn. Now, there we go. Right. What's the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house? Oh, I've got a good one. Had a house party when I was a teenager. I went out to go grab some more alcohol. I've come back. They've somehow managed to take my entire bedroom out of my house and recreated my bedroom bit for bit in the back garden.
Impressive.
What?
I don't know how they did it.
Ben, what are you doing at your house? What's going on?
I had some great guests. I don't know how they did it.
All right, I've got one that I think beats that. Drunkenly taking off their New Rock boots that had been solidly on their feet for 4 months previously, and then climbing into my empty bed to take a nap because they were tired of the party. I couldn't use maroon for a fucking week.
Oh my gosh, freak. I think everyone's going to say something.
That was a smell that stuck around and opened the fridge and helped itself to snacks.
Oh my god!
I don't know. When we were at uni, there was some random shit that people brought to parties in those days.
Random stuff in it.
I think the most random thing was the cow in the lift. Do you remember that, Dan? Or was that the year before you arrived?
A cow in the lift?
Before I arrived down the
What the heck?
Some of us, I wasn't involved in this, I should point out, managed to steal a cow from a local field and brought it all the way into the college and managed to load it into a lift.
What the
Gotta
hell?
remember, these are some seriously smart students, but they're still fucking delinquents.
Yes. Oh God, yes.
Nah, man. The smarter they are, the crazier they are. That's what it is. They're mental. Oh man.
So yeah, that's probably the weirdest one.
I literally haven't got one. I wouldn't say like a guest. I'd probably say as me as the guest. I literally almost got so drunk one time. I literally flipping. Jeez. All right. Okay.
Pacing with bated breath.
Yeah. I have to say that now. I got drunk one time because I'm not a person who likes to get drunk. I don't get drunk. Like literally, but at one time, I can't remember what I was drinking. I was drinking something. I was like drinking so much of it. I was like, what the heck am I doing? I because I'm not a drinker. I'm a light drinker. So I got drunk really quick. One time, and I just literally started falling everywhere. And it was just getting destroyed. I was like, it was at my cousin's house, and I was like, oh my days, I can't do this again. I almost vomited. I was like, no, and I was passed out. I literally destroyed the whole place and passed out. It was bad. It's why I don't drink. Guys. It was bad. That's me as a guest, so not even a guest coming to my house. It's me going to someone else's house. So yeah, it was bad. That's why I don't drink.
Fair. Next question.
Next question. Which mythical creature would improve the world most if it existed? Unicorns.
Why?
I don't know. They're all sparkly and shit.
Wait, what was the question?
Which mythical creature would improve the world most if it existed?
Oh yeah, heck yeah. Unicorn, yeah.
Phoenix.
Dan decided, like, I didn't have a good answer. Screw you, Dan.
Unicorns!
No, I'm joking.
Power of positivity, POP holding it down. Oh, God. Love it, man. That unicorn energy, man. Too good. Good for the world. But they do say rhinos are descendants of unicorns.
Well, if we can pick any mythical creature that could be added to the world and would improve the world, I'd probably say God.
I'm gonna go. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian myself, so I ain't going there with that. I ain't going
I'm
there.
not touching that with a barge pole.
I'm not touching it.
I'm going to high five down on that one. Okay.
I'm going there.
I'm not saying there isn't. I'm saying if there is, then they need to be fucking fired.
As a Christian myself, I can't roll with that. But Dan, you do you, bro. You do you.
Right.
Okay.
Ash took a very dark turn.
Wow, that was really dark.
I'm allowed to say my own opinions. My opinions are not the opinions of Square Eyes Syndrome. I'm not the only. Like Ben's not the only one.
Okay,
Fair
so
enough.
one more question. What intimate object do you wish you could eliminate from existence? Funko Pops, surely. They're ugly little things. I hate Funko Pops, yes.
Funko Pops.
Say
What
the
type of
question
object,
again.
sorry?
Let me just go here. What inanimate or whatever object do you wish you could eliminate? Yeah, that one. Object do you wish you could eliminate from existence?
Ooh.
Funko Pops.
I think. Oh, it's from existence.
Rafe finds wife in Bruges.
Ouch.
Wow. Burn.
Captain Marvel. The movie.
Oh,
Get them all off the shelf. Get rid of them.
Now that's a shout.
Oh.
Which inanimate object?
You're an inanimate fucking object. Sorry.
Wait, Tommy's sitting there. I love that. That was amazing. Oh gosh.
Okay.
The timing though. The timing.
Go on, Dan.
I have no idea. You know what? No, I can't think of a single thing that doesn't actually help someone somehow, except for cushions.
Funko Pop's help no one. That's why I picked them.
Cushions do nothing for humanity.
Cushions. That's a good one. I'll go with cushions. I'll go with that.
Cushions down.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, but the professional Dan brings it back to why we're here.
Yeah, exactly. Back to Coplin.
Always a professional. One more question before we go. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called? Death. That is what it tastes like. Death. Right.
Damn, peanut butter. Oh.
Oh.
Well, seeing as it's neither peanuts nor butter.
Or spunk cream. Because it's nuts. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm running out of material now. I'm empty.
Oh, my gosh.
Something else.
What else?
My official answer.
At least it's not Marmite. That would be what it's called. At least it's not Marmite.
Oh, I
Excuse
hate
me?
Marmite. Hate Marmite.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
I think you've made an enemy.
Marmite is trash. Marmite is trash, Dan. Marmite is
Dan's
trash.
been my enemy since day
Marmite
one.
is
We've
man-
had some good.
Dan,
Dan's always been my
Marmite
enemy.
is manna from heaven. I will
Dan,
not hear a bad word
Marmite
say
is,
about it.
as a Christian myself, Marmite is hell.
It makes
Marmite is like
it's better.
Marmite is like what I imagine sucking
Well,
Dev's
it's better.
cock is like.
Marmite is amazing. Twiglets are amazing. I'm not being sponsored to say this. It's just the feckin' truth.
Ben,
Marmite
what did you say, Ben? What did you say?
Marmite is what I imagine sucking Dev's cock tastes like. You can have that one. It's for zombies. Ding, Dan, congratulations.
It is, Dan. Dan, it is, man. I got to go with Ben on this one.
It smells like death. It's
Okay, it's okay. You could be wrong.
Oh, wow. You're using my charm defense.
but it's still better than Charmed.
No
So,
way. Never.
Anyway,
Never.
that's it. We're going to save
Disrespect.
the rest of these questions for next week because we've got a load of them. So thank you again to the girls. Tom,
Thank you, girls. Thank you,
spiral.
girls. Thank you.
Do your spiral, please. Let's go home. Let's take it home.
If you wish to email us, the email address is squareeyesyndrome2020@gmail.com.
Oh, can we say one other thing?
Yeah, go on.
We've had a really nice surge in our listening.
Oh, yeah.
We're beginning to feel like we're starting to be something that people definitely want to properly continue. This is seeping into our everyday conversations about the podcast and how we're doing things and where we're going. You may know that we said some things about expanding it. We are taking it very slow with that.
Yeah.
Because we do want to do that right whenever we get to it. We want to give it our actual time and effort rather than a couple of throwaway things that don't last. What we did want to say and what we were talking about before this podcast started is we want to give a very heartfelt thank you to all of you. At some point, we'll figure out a way to do that in a more tangible sense. But for now, just from all of us, from the bottom of our hearts, please just take that. Thank you very much.
Maybe one day we'll see us at Comic-Con. We don't know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell. You know what to do.
Comic-Con does actually make sense because Ben is a joke.
Oh, Mr. Marmite's not happy. Let's go before Dan gets us sad.
Dan's on fire. Dan's on fire.
Dan's gonna be on fire when I set fire to I'm joking, it's all good.
Wait, let me get the match. Let me find the match real quick.
In all respect, I agree with Dan because our viewings have gone up a lot, at least on the audio side of things. So we just want to say thank you very much, and we will keep going.
Yep, you're welcome.
Right, I'm off to go and argue with my wife about cushions.
I'm off to go argue with my cushions about wife.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Dear Lord. Oh, but there is one more question. Yeah. Okay. Actually, no. You know what? Bye. Goodbye for me.
Bye from me.
Which way's up? Hello from another realm of existence.
Yeah. That's
Ben
it.
just cut the feed, man.
Kill it,
Giggle
kill
Loop
it,
is real.
kill
Kill
it.
the feed.
It's real. The Giggle Loop is real. This is